Finding peace in solitude. It's it's a very surreal feeling. You know, growing up I was always a super social person. I always tried my best to make sure that my friends were okay, that my friends were okay, that my friends' families are okay, that my family was okay, that my friends of the family were okay, so on and so forth. But the problem with that was is that I forgot about the one person in my life that matters more than anybody. Me. I forgot to take care of myself. And now, 20 years old, here I am, sitting here trying to pick up the pieces of a fractured life. We're just gonna do that. Keep getting fucking flashbang, dude. It's crazy. So, I'm sure you're wondering, why am I doing this? Why am I sitting here in front of this camera explaining my frustrations as if I'm some crypt keeper under a bridge, you know? And the simple answer is I feel that I deserve this. To further explain, I feel it's kind of important in life to have bookmarks, if that makes sense. A place where you can see where you left off. And that's what this is for me. So this isn't exactly content. This is more of a check-in video. Now, I do want to start the video by saying that this is also my last video. I know, bombshell. But this isn't my last endeavor on YouTube. I want to make that very clear. My content creation journey is not over and is not going to be over anytime soon. Okay? That's just a start. But when I say that this is my last video, I mean that this is the last video on this channel. In a few weeks, I'll be making a new channel called Call Me Tay, and this is just basically going to be a look into my life. On this channel, I'm going to be trying to develop a new form of content that I've been trying to flesh out for honestly the better half of a year. And, before I continue, I do want to say I'm not trying to brand this new channel as if it's some type of crazy NFT project, or something like that. This isn't going to be the next innovation of content creation. This isn't going to be the next big thing. This isn't going to be something that instantly makes me millions or something like that. It's just something that I like doing, something that I want to do, and I want to take you guys along for the ride. Now, I'm sure the question remains in your head, what about this channel? What's going to happen to the old Tay catchphrase or Bumblebee 1.0? Well, as I said, I'm not really going to be uploading on this channel much anymore. I've had it for a long time, and I feel I have a lot of issues when it comes to kind of just letting stuff go. And, I feel as if I need to kind of change up how I'm doing things, not only on YouTube, but in life. Um, might I add, is really stressful right now. I mean, ever since like 2020, peak COVID, needless to say, it went very bad. Uh, Things went downhill. High school was going terrible for me at the time. A little after COVID, I think maybe 2021, that was the year I went to go work at Cedar Point. And that's a story for another day. um, but why mention all this, right? The point I'm trying to make here is that I I basically let this channel die because of my mental health. I mean, ever since COVID and I mean, really ever since 2020, my life has just kind of seemed stagnant, you know? Like I was saying in the beginning, comfort and solitude. You know, I've, for a bit of insight, I've lived in the house that I live in now with my mother and grandmother for all my life, and I'm 20 years old. No problem with that, of course, but The problem comes in when life starts to kind of throw a couple punches at you, and you realize, or rather, you're in the position I am where you realize that maybe things need to change. Maybe you should probably change up your game plan. And wanting that change, wanting that, what's the word? Wanting that independence. It, it's something that just seems just barely out of reach when you're in a situation like mine, when you kind of grew up with nothing, bottom of the barrel poor. You grew up not having many friends, always being kind of seen as the weird kid, the outcast, right? Then growing older, you kind of embody those things. You kind of realize, like, I've been an outcast all my life, so I mean, guess it's just where I'm at. It. I don't know. I'm probably talking in circles here, but what I'm trying to say here is I'm at my lowest, and content creation and my friends, my family, and everyone around me, though I've been a terrible, terrible friend, son, partner, and had everything under the sun because of my own problems. I feel it's time that I change. Yeah. Anyway, I hope some of you found, I don't know, something in this video that relates to you. This is kind of one of those virtual diary type videos where I kind of just turn on the camera and talk. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found something that you can relate to, and hopefully to someone out there, I've made you realize that you're not alone in how you feel. Um, but I will say, and I will end this video by saying, you are loved, you are valued, and you're important. And even though people like us, we don't really hear that as much as we think we should, it's important to tell ourselves that every now and again, that we're loved. Thank you.